you were on probably now the biggest show, reality show on
Yes,
TV. How does
yes.
that feel?
It's crazy. Um, I remember like my friends being like, "Are you sure like this is like legit?" Like if you think about it, like were you ever concerned that this was going to be fake? Right? Like you
Yeah.
were like, "Oh, I'm gonna go through this casting process and then you're gonna like go to the day of to fly out and then nobody's gonna be there or something like that." I was like, no, like the way everybody did it, like Studio Lambert is the one that put it on, right?
Hmm.
And I personally just thought they did such a fabulous job with like communication with me. The emails were like so extensive. I mean, like pages of emails that we would have to like read and fill out and like it was this whole process and that started in July of last year. That's whenever I sent in my application to be part of Squid Games.
Okay.
And I got a call like 2 weeks later.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was super cool. And then after that, it was like Netflix interviews. So we had to do interviews with Netflix to make sure people that Netflix people liked you or whatever. So I was like,
Yeah.
okay, this is nerve-wracking. I was like, what if they don't like me?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy, you know? Um, and then after that, then you had to fill out obviously more emails. And then you had to do like a physical test. So you had to go to the
Mhm.
doctor, do a physical test, and then you had to do like a psych exam as well.
Okay.
Yeah, which was
Yes.
I was like, okay. I was like, this is
Yeah.
really intense.
I heard, yeah. They
So
do that
yeah.
with Big Brother, so.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep.
So I've actually never watched Big Brother.
Oh my God, girl, you need to get on that.
Oh, my friends keep telling me they're like, Teresa, your personality, like on Big Brother
Yes,
or like
I
the
see it.
circle, they're like, you would just be so fun to watch. Because like I am
Mhm.
just like, and that's why I feel bad. Because like, man, I was like, man, Squid Games really did like. Obviously, this was my fault. Like, I totally just messed up on red light, green light. But I will say, I was like, man, red Squid Games just, I don't know. I just think it would have been so much fun. So much
All
fun.
right. Before let's talk about that for a minute. Let's see. You talked about casting. That was my next question, so thank you. So have you seen the original show on the
Oh,
original Squid Games? Okay. Did
oh
they
yeah.
like? Do you think that they told you guys or asked you guys like was that a question? They were like, "Oh, did you see the show?" Did they want you guys to be like familiar with it?
I I do remember the person who had called me and he was like, "Have you seen obviously Squid Games?" And I'm like, "Yeah, like who hasn't?" Like it's such an epic show, right?
Oh
But
yeah.
I do remember them asking, but I actually have somebody who I'm still friends with from like the Squiddies that he never watched it, but he's still
Oh,
signed up for it. Yeah. So he went
okay.
in just very fresh, like I don't really know what's going on. But yeah, he enjoyed it.
Yeah, because I mean, watching it, it seemed like just about everybody knew what the next game would be. You know, they knew the setup. When things were different, like the claw machine, they were like, "What's that?"
What is this?
So I was
The
like,
claw
"Oh,
machine was perfection.
yes,
I Yeah, I was thinking about that. I was like, okay, so I knew that they were gonna do the glass fall, right?
yep,
But obviously, if they knew that was coming, they're gonna dart for 20, right? That's like the golden number. So when
yep."
I saw the claw machine, I was like, oh my gosh, that's genius because then it's out of luck, it's out of your hands. So it
Hmm.
was crazy.
And it's almost a saboteur type thing that we love to see.
Yeah,
But
it was. Oh, I was like, dang. I was like, savages, man. Like seriously, it
yeah.
was crazy. Hmm.
Oh my gosh, I mean, that's wild. So seeing the show, you're familiar with the show. What were your thoughts on the guards and like the setup?
I also loved it. I I remember walking into the red light, green light area, and I think all of the Squiddies would agree with me. Whenever we walked in and we saw that set, it
Mhm.
felt so real. Like
Yeah, it looked.
intensely real that like I was like, dang, they did a really good job like with making it identical to how it looks like. The guards were spot on and they didn't show this and I'm really surprised that they didn't. Well, we did one round of red light, green light, right? And then
Hmm.
we were holding it, right? And then they had a guard come out and they're holding like the actual like coffin,
Thank you. Next
you know?
question.
Yeah, like the actual coffin, and they're carrying it out. And I just remember like obviously looking without like having to like turn my body. And I was like,
That's
that is,
wild.
I was like, that was so cool. And they didn't even show it. And
I
I just,
heard that. What?
they didn't show it. I was like, guys, I was like, that was so, it was like perfect. Like the guy was carrying it and it looked just like the show. It was
That's
so cool.
crazy. And it's funny because it's been, I don't know when I first saw Squid Game, the original, but it's been a while because I was actually just refreshing my mind today. And I wanted to bring up the coffin thing to you because I saw one of your fellow squiddies, as you call them. That's so cute. Um,
I love it.
they mentioned it, and I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" And I'm like, "I kind of remember looking back," and I'm like, especially the last scene when it's just the three of them and the girl.
Yes.
The girl passes, and then they come in. They finally come in, and they bring the coffin. I'm like, so that's what she was talking about. That's why. Why did they leave that out? They feel like they left out like what 90%.
Yes. Like, yes. I know. I think that would have been such a cool, just a cool little add-in to
Yeah.
really kind of connect the viewers with the realistic of the actual
Mhm.
show. So
Yeah.
I was really bummed to see that that wasn't cut in. I know.
Crazy. So much.
It
All
was so
right. I don't get it. Okay. What was your strategy going into the game?
cool.
And is there anything that you would have done differently?
Girl, girl. There's so much I would have done differently. And especially watching it, right? Like actually seeing
Yeah.
it from like afar instead of just looking at everybody's back of their heads, right? Uh, you know? Um,
Right.
so going in, I just knew that I was just gonna be myself. Like that's just I was gonna stay true to who I am. I actually, which we could talk about him in a little bit. 432. I met him before we actually went into red light, green light, which we'll talk about all that. But
Okay.
even with him, like he has stayed true to himself, right? And I just knew that no matter what, I was just gonna do that, just be nice to everybody because I'm just like that. I was like, I'm not gonna calm my natural redheadness down because we're wild and crazy just to try and stay in the shadows. Like I was just gonna
Yeah.
100 be myself. But
Yeah.
with red light, green light, it. I mean, if you watch anybody's lives or anybody's questions of what the hardest game was, it was red light, green.
Hmm.
That was so intense, like 8 to 9 hours of filming, right? And I should have never paid attention to what other people were doing and
Hmm.
focused on myself, right? So I had saw that people were crawling and I was like, oh, genius, because then we're going to be more comfortable instead of having to stand up for an intensive amount of time. We can save our energy and crawl. So I
Right.
tried crawling, girl. That was the worst mistake that I have ever done. Because we were cold, I'm sure everybody has heard about that. So we were
Hmm.
freezing. And I was in like a crawling position and I was losing like feeling in my legs because we were holding that position for such an
Yeah.
extensive amount of time.
Yeah.
Literally was like, I can't even do this. Like I was like, I think I'm losing my blood flow to my legs. I was like, this
That's
is
wild.
insane. It was so wild. So looking
Yeah.
back, I should have done the walking or the running like other people were doing, but then
Hmm.
sat crisscross applesauce. So when I
Yeah.
saw people doing that, I was like, oh my gosh, that was genius because then you're just in a natural
Yeah.
sitting position instead of crawling where you're hunched over looking down and all this blood flow was like going to my head. I'm like, this is
Oh.
I was like, this is the worst decision I have ever made. So I was like, look, if Squid Games ever decides to be like, hey, yo, Teresa, we want you back on, I'm like, I know what I'm gonna do and I'm not gonna crawl this time. So
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's not your fault. You were just going with the flow and you were going with whatever the people were doing. So
I was like, man, those people are so smart. I'm gonna do that. No, ugh, such a fail. Such a fail. So bad.
it's
So
all
bad.
good. I could not imagine. I could not. Um, I posted that video that went viral. The girl squatting, what 385. You can't imagine. And did they tell you guys that the breaks would be that long in between to hold a pose?
Yeah, they prepped us, and I remember them
Okay.
saying, because I personally thought it might have been like the first 200 people to cross the finish line, right? Because I was like, oh, that would be reasonable, because people are going to stay super still to continue if they're red light, green light, right?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, they're probably going to do the first 200 people, so I know I'm going to have to hustle, but be careful whenever I stop. So when they told us, like, no, we're going to have to stop for a period of time and just watch over everybody, and obviously there's like, what, 450 something of us, there's a
Mhm.
lot of people. It's probably going to be a certain amount of time for us to make sure we're watching all of y'all to see if there's any movement. So we were like, okay, we're curious, like, okay, how long is this going to take, right? So I don't think we were really expecting a specific time. And I'm curious to wonder if every time was different too, to maybe like
Yeah.
drag it just to see if maybe that one person like flinches or something. Yeah.
Right.
So I'm not sure
Yeah.
on the time, but they didn't give us an exact time.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
definitely trying to take out a number of you.
Oh, yeah. And they did. They did. They
Yeah.
succeeded.
Oh, what was it? 269? 60, something
Aw.
like that.
And
Oh
just
my God.
picture all of us in a little hotel too.
Wow. That
Crazy. Yeah.
hotel staff was probably like, what's happening?
Oh, I'm sure they were like, can we get these people out? It was
Oh
so
my God.
funny.
Hold on, let's cheers.
Mm. I know I got my red wine.
I
Red
love
wine
it.
all the way.
I usually have that, but I'm switching it up. Okay. So you mentioned it a little bit, but
Okay.
I heard it was cold for red light, green light. Did they warn you guys? Did they prepare you guys for the weather? Anything like that?
I remember with the emails, them just saying to pack warm because it was in January, right?
Yeah.
And I guess with London, it's like cold that time of the year, which it's freezing in Alaska too at that time. So I was like, oh, I'm
Oh
gonna
yeah,
be fine.
here too.
Like, I was like, it's freezing, it's fine. Um, but I think the reason why people were so cold is because our tracksuits were just so thin. So we didn't
Okay.
have like a lot of layers. But
Yeah.
they did give us like these little hand warmers, which everybody, some people were even putting it in their shoes to like
Wow.
get their feet to warm up. Like it was really, really, really cold. Um, but again, I even said it, I think, in one of my, I think it was you who asked me in one of my
I might have.
videos. I think so. That I think I was just so adapted to Alaska that the cold really wasn't bothering
Oh
me
yeah.
as much. And my adrenaline was pumping so hard that I just felt hot the whole time. So I was like, I'm hot. And people were like, I'm
Wow.
cold. Like, I'm literally hot. Like, I was like, I'm literally hot. Like, I don't know if I was
She's like, I'm losing feeling, but it's not because I'm cold.
I was just like, I was like, look, I'm like only almost 30. I was like, but I feel like I'm about to go through like menopause or something. Like, 'cause I was so hot. And I think it's just because of the nerves, the
Wow.
adrenaline.
Yeah.
There's so many of us. Like, it was just this whole ordeal. But it was very cold. I remember even getting out of the huge bus because there's buses that took us to the filming location, which was so cool. They were huge, and there's so many of them. And I remember getting out of that bus and that cold breeze hits you and
Oh,
you're like, whoa, you're
yeah.
like, yeah, that's cold. So yes, it was cold, and I really think if people weren't used to that kind of weather, that they
Mhm.
probably struggled a little bit more for sure with that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Poor babies.
I know, poor babies.
Poor babies.
Listen, I would be one of those babies. I'd be like, I'm out of here. These hand warmers are not for me.
No. I couldn't even get mine to work. I was like, why isn't mine even working? I was like,
That would
whatever.
be me too.
I
That'd
was
be
like,
my
just
luck.
leave it. I was like, never mind. Just don't even worry about these hand warmers anymore. It's fine, guys.
I love it. Oh my
Oh,
gosh. I just want to say again, thank you guys so much for joining. This is Theresa from Squid Games, player 363. If you're just joining, but we are talking about red light, green light, and basically her whole experience. And thank you again for doing this. This is so much fun.
It is fun. I love talking about it because it was such a cool experience.
I
Like it was probably like one of the best times of my life, even though it was cut really, really short, which I'm still so bummed about.
I know it would. I know, but at least you had the experience. That's all you can ask for. That's amazing. I have people on the chat saying that they applied and they didn't get on. So
Oh,
it's amazing to even get on.
okay. So you see people, I don't see your people, so that's cool. So if
Oh,
people have
really?
any, yeah, if people have any questions, um, and stuff like that, just let us know. But I
Yeah.
know a lot of people applied for sure. And I guess I don't even know how many or what, but I will say a lot of people applied just like me in July, and we didn't find
Mhm.
out that we were leaving until about 2 weeks before filming.
Oh, wow.
It was very quick, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that
Uh,
is quick.
And my husband's active duty military, so like that was super stressful because we have two
Oh,
kids. Um, and so I was like, babe, like, can you just like put in the leave? Because like I was like, I feel like I'm gonna get it, but like I don't want to
yeah.
jinx it.
Yeah.
Oh, Scott said, yeah, I was one who applied, never heard back. Although I'm bad at answering my phone. Yep.
That
Yeah,
would be
I
me
feel
too. I'd
you.
probably
I
miss the
feel
call.
you. I feel you on that one. So yeah.
Oh my gosh. You mentioned before about player 432. Do you want to talk a little bit about him?
You know, he was fun. He was fun. So in the hotel we weren't supposed to talk to people, right? Which
Yeah.
if you think about it, there's 400 and whatever of us in one hotel. We are
Yeah.
going to talk. Like
That's
we're
not
going
gonna
to talk.
happen.
We got in trouble so much. They were like, "No, don't talk. We want it organic for the show," which I get it. Like I totally get it.
Mhm.
But when you have people with big personalities, we just want to get to know everybody, right?
Yeah.
So he was in front of me with one of the times when we were headed to get our tracksuit. And I remember he just talk, 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 right? Just talk, 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 talk. Women were walking by and he was like, "Oh, hello." Like, just the regular, I
I
don't know.
love him. I don't care.
I had no beef with him. I even told him, I was like, "Oh, hi, friend. One of my other squiddies is on here."
Squiddy,
One of
hi.
my other squiddies. But yeah, he was exactly who he was in the show
Mhm.
when I met him.
Mhm.
And I think he and I just were like just super chill because like I'm married, like I don't really care. And I just looked at him like a little baby that
Yeah.
like you know what I mean? Like he's in that prime age right now where he
Oh
like
yeah.
wants fun. And I just say go for it. Like if I was still young in early 20s, not
Yeah.
married, no kids,
Good TV.
good
He
TV.
knows
And he
what's
did
good
great.
TV.
He knew
Mhm.
exactly what he was doing. He didn't sugarcoat things. Like I said, who he was without the camera is exactly who he was with the camera. A lot of people are like, "Oh, he was just doing it for the show, blah 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 blah." And I'm like,
Got him.
"No, that
Have you seen
guys,
his TikTok?
I was gonna say, I'm like, guys, that is legit who he is. Like he's not sugarcoating anything. But you know, I don't know if this is a question going on and stuff like that, but I
Yeah.
also talked about I really thought he was going to go further in the game. A lot of people
Oh
are like,
yeah, me too.
I thought he was going to go very, very far. Same with, oh, who is that guy? I am so bad with their numbers, but he was friends with the
Spencer?
old man.
No, Steven. I don't see. I'm good with the names and not the numbers.
Not the numbers, yes. So I thought he was going to go far as well because the cameras
Yeah.
were really targeting those
Yep.
people. And so I was like, oh, they're fit, they're young, like they just seem very much like mischievous, like I know what to do with these games. And I was so shocked by the numbers of players that I thought were going to continue and didn't.
Main characters. I hate to say it. I feel bad, but like they had main character energy and they left.
Had main character energy, yes. And a lot of my squiddies that I've talked to, the top three now, we don't really know much about. Like we're not
Right.
connected with them. And it's I feel bad,
I
but I don't know them, you know?
yeah.
don't.
Uh, it's they tried in the last couple episodes getting them in, but like you showed these characters for so long and like just now and then just expect us to be hyped about the it's like you haven't seen Big Brother, so you can't really relate to like knowing, but like when it's down to the final three or the final two and it's like these are not people I wanted. This
Yeah.
it's just like that. It's like damn. No
Somebody
hate to them. It's no hate to
no,
them because
no,
they're
no, no.
awesome. Like
I
I'm
just don't
actually
think they
liking
are.
my
Yeah, somebody just said that I really like Mai and
yes,
Phil.
me too.
Um,
It's just
I
she's so new.
they're new, exactly. And I think I really like her because I think she has played the game very smart.
Oh yes.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
I feel like whenever I watch her, it makes me feel like I'm actually watching Squid Games. Like, she has been
Yeah.
very, like, she was the only one that spoke up about trying to get Ashley out with the dice game.
Yep.
And then
Yep.
everybody else was like, oh, well, I'm just gonna eliminate myself and then roll the dice. But I'm like, this is $4.5 million that we're talking
That's what
about.
I was saying.
Like $4.5 million, and I'm gonna bet myself? I don't think so.
No.
Like I like that could change anybody's lives, you know? And like I get it, I wasn't there for that, so I don't really know how the pressure was or what, but I don't know. I don't think she did the wrong thing with targeting Ashley for that, especially since she got freaking player 301 out.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Oh yeah. No, she's a smart lady. She is a smart lady.
mhm. Yep.
Oh, Sandra, yes, she has a strategy mindset. Yes, I would love to see her on Big Brother too, because
Okay.
a
Okay. I need to
survivor.
watch Big Brother. That's what I need to do. I need to
Girl,
start watching that.
I have tons of playlists.
I
Listen, throwback clips for days. If you don't have to watch it, just binge my clips.
binge your clips. I will. I will totally do that.
I give you all the key things.
That's perfect. I will do that.
But oh my gosh, that's amazing. Oh, hold on, let me get another one.
I know. You're good.
I don't want to keep you, by the way. Um,
No, you're good. You're good.
okay.
I'm drinking my wine. I'm chill.
Oh my gosh. Oh, it's the last one anyway, and then we can go to our followers.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, so what was your favorite moment of your whole experience on Sweet Games?
Oh, that's so hard. It was
Sorry.
definitely not the food. Definitely not the food.
Oh,
Oh my gosh. Oh, it was the food was so funny.
why? Why'd they do that? Just for the show?
I
Like,
don't
'cause
know.
this is...
We ate the same thing every day in the hotel. So it wasn't like changed up or anything.
What?
And obviously like I'm American and then their food in London is so different. Like they were eating beans for breakfast and I thought that was super interesting. I've never ate beans for breakfast. So it was
Mhm.
just really different, the food.
Yeah.
So I think we were hungry, tired, and cold. So all mixed together.
It's weird.
Uh, my favorite experience or moment, honestly, was I loved everything about Squid Games. Like I loved the show. I loved being there. The set was beautiful. The doll was so realistic. Like,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, like everything was just amazing. But my favorite thing was after we were eliminated and we all just went to a bar downtown and just like really got to know everybody and like hang out. And I had never been overseas before in my whole life. So this
Yeah.
was my first time and I just experienced London and I got to meet all these squiddies and I still keep in contact with them and I don't know. It's just so cool. It's just weird how the world works that like now I know people in the UK and
Yeah.
Ireland and it's like it's crazy. So yeah.
That's awesome.
It was
That's
fun.
so good.
Yeah.
I love that for you.
Yeah. It was good. It was good.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Someone's saying, yeah, beans and toast. Beans and toast. All right, no.
It was like beans, sausage, tomatoes, like big chunk of tomatoes. Yeah. I don't
Every day never changed.
it was just the yeah, every day was the same thing. And I was like, was like, man, I was like, I kind of want something different. Like, like I'm like getting hungry over here.
So no wonder they all attacked. God, I don't even remember the number, but remember he got
Hamburger.
all, yeah.
They were starving. They were so
No
hungry.
wonder.
These poor things. I probably would have saw that too and would have like jumped over people to get this burger. I'm like, I need that.
Poor Jada.
Burger. Like, I would have done the same thing, like devour myself with all the fries. I'm like, we hadn't had fast food the whole time, so these poor people are like, give me that right now.
Wow.
Poor
Yes,
babies.
that's wild. I remember watching that and I'm like, okay, this is Squid Games.
They were they were hungry. Those
Yeah.
poor guys. Poor guys. Mm-mm. Sweet little things. Mm-mm.
The sweet little things. I love it. I love the way you talk about them and calling them squiddies. My little squiddies.
It's funny because I mean, a lot of them don't know because it was such a big cast, right? So a
Yeah.
lot of them don't know a lot of us, and like I personally don't know the top three, but I was telling you that Haley, I think her number was
Yes.
355. The top
Yes.
four, my other redhead, we were in the same tent together. So we sat to each other and I got to know her and I still have on Instagram and I told her how proud I was of her for making it so far. I mean, that's such a huge
Oh my God, yeah.
accomplishment. Oh, Saunders, thank you. This is one of my husband's friends in the military. So he was saying he was proud of me, proud of me for getting eliminated in red light, green light. It was so sad, guys. It was so sad.
Listen, you should be proud for being on the show. That's
Yeah.
amazing. I actually watched your little redhead today. I was rewatching it and I'm like, there she is.
So it was so sad. Yeah, he's like for at least getting on the show. I did it. I got it. It's such an accomplishment to
Yeah.
actually say that I was a part of it because that's something that the crawl was out of pocket. Yeah. Just
Honestly, I probably would have crawled. You know what? You would think that would be more comfortable.
I
I
thought it would be
fear
more
I would have been out in red light, green light.
it
J9, I would have been
was
too. J9, listen to me. Janine. I'm actually like reading. I can't handle myself. But
hard. It was
yeah.
hard. It was not easy. Mm-mm.
Oh my God. Oh, speaking of you and crawling. So
Oh no.
what attracted me to your page and you, not only being on Squid Games, but your video of your mom. I was dying. I was dying laughing. I rewatched it again today and I was cracking up. Your mom is hilarious. She's like, "Why didn't you guys put me on?"
Dude, she is a hoot. Okay. So my mom was an identical twin, okay? So she passed a while ago, but it was literally me, my mom, and then my aunt. And all three of us, we just look so much alike, right?
Yeah.
Well, my mom is literally like I'm like my mom's mini me, like mini her. Like literally our personalities are the exact same. And I have told her like how intense the show was, and she still thinks she could have done better than me. And I'm like, "No, girl, you don't understand. Like you don't understand. You get upset when it's 50 degrees here in Texas." I was like, "You really want to try? Okay, let's go Squid Games. Let cast my mom.
Wait,
Cast my
no.
mom."
You both need to apply next year. You need to be the mother, like the mother and son, do the mother and daughter.
Well, there's gonna be a lot of bickering between us too. We would just be
Good.
like, well,
Good. That's good TV.
my mom is from Louisiana, so we have Cajun in us. So we
Oh
just,
my God.
yeah, so we just like butt heads all the time. It would be
I love it.
literally how the mom was like, I'm not gonna let my son win. That would
Yeah.
100% be my mom. She's like, girl, you going down. Like you are going down.
Yeah. No, she's probably gonna take you right out.
No, 100%. She's brutal. She's brutal.
God, that was so funny. I'm surprised that video didn't go like viral because that was really, really funny. She's like,
Oh,
she didn't even go past the pink line, guys.
I know. She was like she was really trying to put me down. I was like, dang, mom. I was like, dang, girl, you're really going at this. Like, I was just trying to make a fun video, and like, you're really like attacking me.
She's like, all right, mom, you're out of pocket with this. I don't know what you're doing.
She's really attacking. attacking me right now. Somebody was like, I'll do an alliance with you and your mom. Protect her at
Oh
all
yeah.
costs.
Oh,
Yeah.
you
What?
applied for BB. Have your mom apply. I did. Let's all do it.
All get together. Let's just all do. I would be so game. I was like Big
Yeah.
Brother. I even it was like Survivor. I'm like let's just do it. I'm like I'm ready for it. The circle. I don't know. I don't know about the circle. We'll see.
I don't know. I actually never like I kind of heard about it. It's like you don't even see them or I don't
No.
know. It seems weird to me.
I would get so lonely. I'm like, I like
Yeah.
people. Like I'm the only child. I wanna see people. I like people.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, that's weird. Oh, Janine loves the circle. I don't know. I've heard of it. Basically, just I heard of it like you just like talk to someone behind a screen. I don't even. I don't know. To me, it
and I
sounded silly. I didn't really look into it.
oh, let's see. You could do BB just from being on Squid Game. I'd be surprised if any show didn't go for you. Aw, that's so
Mhm.
sweet. That's sweet, guys. Even though I was just a little head, and then the person that was crawling.
Oh, you know what's so unfortunate? I know. So you've never seen Big Brother, but
No.
Janine is on here, and she
Okay.
actually updates for Big Brother on Twitter. Her and like six other people, they do a bunch of updates.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
that.
So like I do it on TikTok. She takes, Twitter. No, I'm just kidding. But
Oh, I love it. I love it.
what I wanted to say was that you remind me so much of Meg from season 17. And tell me
Oh,
if I'm wrong, Janine. You should
ooh,
look her up, Meg from season
Meg.
17.
Okay. What do we like her?
Yes, she agrees.
Okay.
She agrees.
God!
No, she's a good thing. No, she's good. She's good.
Okay,
She's
good.
actually
Okay.
she's a casting producer now. She casts people.
Oh, that's so cool.
Hmm.
I love that. Well, as long as she's cool and we like her, then I am good. I'm good with this.
No, you'll be good with it. I'll send you something and you'll see. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I love hearing that. That's cool. That makes me
Yeah.
feel good. Well,
Janine's like, love her. Yeah, see, we love
if
Meg.
things didn't work out, maybe something else might
Hmm.
happen. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe Big Brother will call me and I'll be like, "What's up, guys? Let's go. Let's
Hmm.
do it."
Oh
So,
yeah, I see it.
yeah, that'd be fun.
Definitely.
Definitely.
Do you have, I don't want to keep you too much longer. Do you have any more questions on your side?
I don't know. Let me see. I remember you right away because you still got to do a confessional, I think. You might be thinking of Haley. So I'm wondering if a lot of people think Haley was the top four. Um, she has red hair as well. Yeah, she was so nice. She was so chill. She just such a cool human. Like the tent that we were in, everybody was just super, super, super kind. Um, was there one more person from Alaska? I don't know. I think I was the only person from Alaska. I'm not. Do you remember if anybody else was from Alaska?
Not that I heard on the show. There might have been. They might not have shown them.
Maybe because I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. Um, I'm trying to think of anything else. I'm
Anybody
thinking.
got questions?
I'm thinking. I'm thinking. I'm thinking. I am so thinking. But no, I do want to talk about the mom and the son really quick.
Yes. Love
I
them.
personally feel like those people would be somebody that I would have been like good with, like in the show. Like just watching it, I'm like, okay, I feel like my personalities with them would have bonded, I think, really well. And especially that one guy. And I remember seeing him. He had the little space buns.
Yes. Oh, 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 oh.
What is he?
Roland?
What is his name? I think it's Roland, yes. I
I
remember
think so.
I think so. I remember seeing him in Red Light, Green Light. And I just remember being like, okay, he just seems super fun. Like I was like, I feel like his personality would just be like something that I would just attract to and just like hang
Yeah.
out with. And exactly, I was like, I feel like I would have
Yeah.
just connected really well with them. So it's
Mhm.
super sad, like knowing that I missed out on like those friendships because I know I was like, we could have definitely,
Yeah.
I would have definitely bonded with them. But I was so sad to see him go. I actually really was like rooting for him. And I didn't think I was going to because I was like, oh yeah, like they're cool, like I like them. And then the more I watched it, I was like, okay, I'm actually like Team 301 right now, you know? I'm
Yeah.
like, I was so
Yeah.
sad. I was so sad to see him go. So that was such a bummer. Um, but I don't know. I
Yeah.
think it was like they were perfect for TV, honestly. I
Oh,
really
perfect. Him
Mhm.
him leaving was so unexpected and dirty. Listen to me. I'm like, I'm mad.
I was super surprised by that, but
Yeah.
I don't know if you
Mm.
saw whenever is it May? I can never say her name. My
My.
I think so. Whenever she was talking to Ashley, Ashley said she jumped
Hmm.
because she was saying that she was upset that obviously Trey got out, right?
Yeah.
But when we watched it, she didn't jump, right?
Right.
She jumped after Trey.
Right.
So I'm wondering, I'm like, did it get cut?
Or did
Did
she
the
lie?
right? I'm like, did the producers cut a scene to make it look like something, or did she, like you said, lie? Because I was like, I caught
Mm.
that, and I was like, I wonder why she said that she jumped,
Yeah.
but we didn't see that.
Yep. I watched that today. Yeah.
No, because I was like, he was really taking chances and leaps for the
Yeah.
team, and yeah,
She
that's that.
jumped only after Trey took, hold on. She jumped only after Trey took two extra jumps.
Did she?
I'm gonna have to look back now.
Yeah, yeah, definitely look back. I do have somebody asking, what's your recommendation for auditioning for season two? I want to do it so bad. Um, Great question.
Mm-hmm.
I will say in my audition tape, I didn't think I was gonna get it. Literally, guys. Like my friend sent it to me and she was like, Teresa, you are perfect for reality TV. Like, you should do this. And I was like, well, I loved Squid Games, so let's
Yeah.
do it. It was 11 o'clock at night, girl. I had just put my babies down, okay? I didn't even brush my hair. Like it was literally
They
just
love
like
it.
down, just organic, and I had a huge sweatshirt on. And I was just like, yo, guys. It's just like
Listen up.
I was like, yo, guys. I'm Teresa. I'm from Alaska. I'm like, I write books. Like, I'm just telling them about myself. I was like, I'm a military wife. And I was like a blank wall. I wasn't outside. I didn't do like any flips or anything like that. I literally was just like, this is me. I have no makeup on, no hair, or not no hair. Oh my gosh, guys, I have hair. Um, I have hair, guys. Don't worry, okay? I have hair.
It's that red wine.
Guys, this is me to a T. It's so bad. Oh my gosh.
It's what we love.
If my husband saw this, he'd be like, Teresa, girl, get out. Get out. But I was just like super just organic. Like I wasn't trying to be somebody I wasn't. Like and I think that's what they want for reality TV. They don't want you to try and act. They don't want you to try and put on a front. They don't want you to, I don't know, just be somebody that you're not. Just go in, just be supernatural and just give it the best shot that you got. I mean, there's a lot of people in this world, and so you have to try and stand out the best that you can, but still be very organic when you're doing it for sure. So, let me see. I would give them great TV. It's a blur for me at this point. I think reality TV is fun. Um, it's hard whenever they cut it a certain way because you never know like the truth of how it is besides if you were actually there. That's
Yep.
the only downfall. With reality TV, but you gotta love it.
But you know what? The thing I
Yeah.
love about Big Brother is that they have live feeds.
That is
So,
so cool.
yeah, so like literally they show the edit, just like Squid Game, they'll edit it, they'll probably leave out 80% of everything. But they have live feeds. Literally, you can log on any time of day, which I would do because obviously I updated. I'd log on right when I wake up in the morning. Sometimes they'll be sleeping. You watch them sleep.
What?
Sometimes they're brushing their teeth. Oh yeah. So girl, do you even know what you applied for? Oh yeah, there's no privacy. Cameras are on you 24/7 and we watch you 24/7. So they can try and edit things out. but live feeders know what's up.
Girl,
She applied.
you be seeing me snoring?
Oh
I be
yeah,
snoring?
that's what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying. I applied too. I'm ready. I'm down.
Okay,
You know what?
we need to
I don't care.
no, we need to message them and say, okay, me and you together. We need to be on the season together. Me
Yes,
and
we'll be
you
the
both
twins.
we'll be snoring together, okay? Next to each other. Just you be snoring, I be snoring. You be snoring, I be snoring.
They'll
They'd be
make a
like,
whole like segment of us snoring,
just literally snore. I mean,
which I do.
I do too.
Yeah,
It
it's
girl,
bad.
it would be so bad. They'd be like, "Oh my goodness, Tracy, you need a machine or something." I'm like, I don't know what's happening. Just give me
I
my glass of
can't.
wine, okay, guys? Just give me my glass of wine. I'll knock out, I promise.
Oh my God, I
Oh,
can't.
that's
You didn't know about
cool.
live feeds. I love you. You're
No,
funny.
that's cool. That's really cool. I'm
Yeah.
game. I'm game. I'm game for that.
Well, listen, if we both don't get on next season, or one of us, whatever, we gotta watch live feeds. You gotta get into the live feeds because it's a good time.
Okay, I'll just message you. I'll be like, so when are we hopping on? When are we hopping on for those live feeds? That'd be
Yeah,
so cool.
it
I love
is.
that. But
And you
not
get
the
to see them
showers.
fighting. Yeah. Last year there was a 2 hour fight between two of the house guests that, obviously on the show they aired probably like 4 or 5 minutes of it. But if you have live feeds, they didn't cut away. Like they're fighting in the room and we watched for 2 hours. Yeah, I have a life. I have two kids, but I stayed glued.
That is amazing. So,
Yeah.
okay, so they just what is their goal for Big Brother? Like, are they
Um,
winning a prize
oh yeah,
or
yeah.
oh,
Okay, so
okay,
the winner wins. Now it's $750,000. It was 500,000. Yeah.
okay,
And it's you basically you go in, you live in a house.
okay,
It's almost like just a power struggle. So you play competitions.
okay.
Someone wins, they're head of household.
Ooh.
Okay, so that head of household gets their own room. Everything's shared. Let me just start there. Everything's shared. There's one freaking bathroom.
Okay, I'm not shy. I'm not shy, so that's fine. That's fine.
Right, that's
Yeah,
whatever.
that's fine. That's fine.
Obviously there's a stall for like going to the bathroom,
Yeah,
but they
okay.
actually and they can't like see you showering, but they can see your head. It's yeah, it's bizarre.
I said, don't look at me.
Some people put towels up. Oh my gosh. But yeah, so anyways, so the head of household, they get the luxury of their own room, their own bathroom. Like it's nice. Nice little setup. They have like their key for their own room,
Oh,
but they have to nominate two people for eviction.
oh,
Uh-huh.
oh no.
Mm-hmm.
So they
And
get
so
booted.
those, huh?
They can get booted.
Yes. Oh, they get booted. Oh yeah. And so once they're nominated, they play another competition called the veto, where right. So six people play, the two nominees, the head of household that nominated them, and then those three people each pick a chip of a player's name randomly for who else plays. So total of six people. The reason they play this is because whoever wins veto gets to get safety. So they can either so say you're on the block and you win the veto, you can take yourself down. If you're not on the block and you win the veto, you can take the person on the block down. Or you can just leave the nominations the same and not mess with the power. Girl, I should write a whole paragraph.
I am
It's a
like,
whole lot.
this is intense. Like, really? I need
I'm
to
doing
watch.
a deep dive of Big Brother, everyone. But
They're gonna call me and be like, "Hey, so you want to do it?" And be like, "Wait, can we talk about the guidelines of what I'm doing exactly?" Because I would have gone in and just been like, "So I don't know what I'm doing." Like,
oh
what
my
would I go?
God. I can't even.
I'd have been-
Oh, taking notes. Taking notes for when I try to explain Big Brother to my friends. Well, it might be a while. I'm only on the veto. Okay, so so depending on the veto ceremony,
the
if
veto.
someone gets taken off,
Okay.
the HOH gets to choose a replacement nominee. So that person is safe, they're off, they won the veto, or someone won the veto and took them off, right? They're safe. So that HOH that nominated those two originally has to say, oh, well, I got to put someone else up. So they look around the room and they're like, well, and they pick someone to go up, basically. and then that person is in danger of going home. And then like a whole week goes by, I'm not kidding. And like they strategize, they talk game every single day, backstabbing, lying, da 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 da, whatever you gotta do to win this money. And then eviction night comes, and one of those two nominees goes home by a vote. Everyone votes in the house, and one of them goes home. So
Oh
it's like
my
a big
God.
popularity contest.
I
What
mean,
did I leave out, guys? I feel like I left out stuff.
like everybody just love me. Just love me. Don't hate me. Don't evict me.
Just binge my clips.
I will. Oh my gosh, I will. That's crazy. So it's almost like a Survivor in a way, because doesn't
Yes.
Survivor
Yep.
like yeah, but it's
Same
in a
thing,
house.
basically. They're not on an island, they're in a house. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I might be safer in a house.
Same.
Uh-huh.
I'd be comfortable.
I'd be way more comfortable in a house.
A little bit.
Wow, I'm gonna have to watch this.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I'd be I'd be crying a lot because I cry a lot, so it's fine.
Me too. I feel like we're one of the same. We need to get on.
I know. Media, we should just go live every week. Okay, we'll just talk about. I'll catch up with Big Brother. I'll
I'm
catch
the
up.
super fan, and you're the one that has no clue what's going
But
on.
I am here for the ride, okay? I
Right,
am
but we'll be perfect together.
I am here for it. I'll just have my glass of wine. You can have whatever beverage you would like, and we'll just chill.
They only let you drink like like twice the whole time. It's called a booze delivery. Oh yeah, you can't just like drink. You can't have your phone, you can't watch TV.
You can't watch TV?
No, you're cut off from the outside world.
And no alcohol.
No.
We got no wine up in that
Not
house.
unless they deliver it. If things are a little boring, production's like, let's spice it up a little. We'll give them. But do you know what they'll give you? So there'll be like nine of you left, and they'll
Oh,
probably give you one bottle of wine and like a three beers. Split.
I'd be like, thank you for my wine bottle, and I'll go sneak away.
Right.
I'll just go sneak
People
away.
do that. Oh yeah. Then you'll be going
Oh,
home next. No.
true. I'll be like, here, actually, let me share with you guys. How much would you like today?
Right.
How much would you like? You want more? Okay, I'll give you.
Oh, real quick. I hate that I have to go, but I have to do
No,
my
you
big.
do.
Oh, listen, girl, I'm doing my Big Brother rewatch. We're
Oh,
watching Big Brother 10. It's an old season.
oh,
So I
okay.
think we're on episode 3 if you want to pop in and just watch it. I just
Yeah.
turn my camera and we watch the TV.
Oh, that's fun. I
Yeah.
love.
But
Oh,
I
that's
just want to tell you real quick so it'll be funny because you have no idea.
okay. Okay.
Someone said have not. So another thing that you have to do in the house is be a have or a have not. Back in the day, there used to be a competition for this. Now it's just kind of like the HOH picks 3 people to be have-nots. Okay, so if you're a have-not, you sleep in the most uncomfortable bedroom. There's been saucers in bed for beds. There's been beds made of like fake spikes. There's been game like carnival ride, like a thing you sit in. You got to sleep in. It's a have-not room. There's been room with bugs. There's been
Yeah.
room with pool floaties that you sleep on pool floaties. So that's like the have not room. You have to sleep in it for a week. You have to eat only slop, which is basically oatmeal but worse, for a
Oh,
whole week. She might take her application back, guys.
hell, hell, hell. I don't want that room.
I hate
Oh,
to be the one to tell you. Yeah.
that's brutal.
It is. And so this last season was 100 days. So they were there a long time. Yep.
Wow. Dang.
Mhm.
Well, if I get called back, I'm gonna have to do some, sleeping on the ground, like to prepare myself, like to really
A
to
little
prep.
bit.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. That's brutal.
hmm It's funny though. It's a funny show. I mean, the edit that they do now, back in the day, it was more drama, but the edit they do now is almost like a adult Nickelodeon. Like
I
it's a
love it.
silly show.
Oh, fun. I'm here for that. I'm all
So,
about it. That's
mm,
crazy. Oh,
yeah.
fun stuff.
Oh my gosh.
I know. Will you go do your Big Brother? I'm gonna have to
Oh,
watch Big Brother now because now I'm
yes.
intrigued by it. It's
Please
crazy.
do.
I will. I will. Hopefully your followers had fun getting to know
I
a little
know,
bit
I
about
had
you.
fun. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
me too. It was great. It's always nice to meet you. I love that
Nice to
you
meet you.
messaged me and everything. It's been awesome.